Happy GA Recap Monday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic, magical, wonderful start to your week. I know I am. For the most part, I'm exhausted, but that's the story of my life. I had a really busy weekend. I had to work all weekend, and then it was just crazy at work, and I'm not sleeping very well. I'm up late doing homework, and then just not being able to sleep and playing PlayStation. It's kind of, I got a new PS4 on Wednesday, and so I've kind of gotten sucked into the void that is known as Fallout. And this game called Dying Light, if you have not played this game, you need to stop what you're doing and go play this game. It's insanely freaking good. It's amazing. It's like fast-paced, heart-pumping. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like Call of Duty meets The Walking Dead. It's a zombie-based kind of campaign game. I really like it. My heart rate just gets to go because you just run. It's the game. The name of the game is Run. Run. Do what you got to do and get the F out. Run. But it was suggested to me, and it was a great suggestion because I'm addicted. And then, of course, my precious, wonderful, if anyone knows me well, Fallout 4. Huge Fallout fan. Love it, love it, love it. And Fallout 4 has not disappointed me at all. It's amazing. I love it. I love the sim quality to it. You can build your own places and things like that, and just kind of do your own thing. And I really, really like that. The quests are fun. I mean, it's just a blast. Like you can't beat a good game of Fallout. So I've kind of been, hoarding that as well, but it's just been one of those weekends. Like, I'm just glad it's over. Like, it was a good weekend, but I'm just glad it's over. And then, of course, it was Valentine's Day, and I'm just over Valentine's Day. It's such a Hallmark holiday, and it's just over-commercialized and stupid, in my opinion. I think if you have somebody in your life that you love and care about, you should make them feel that way every day, not just, one day out of the year. Just saying. So I'm kind of glad it's over and we can move past that for another year. But we're not here to talk about Valentine's Day and crazy weekends and PS4 and Fallout, even though you should stop what you're doing and play Fallout Dying Light. We are here for GA Recap Monday, where I recap the newest episode of Ghost Adventures, or Ghost Adventures Aftershocks. And this week, I am recapping the Braken, Fern, Manor, and the Tudor house, which was the newest episode of Ghost Adventures. And OMGenie. These places, though, are dark, dank, and creepy, oh my. It's going to be good when things like the demon word is involved, or Native American energy. Nothing good ever comes of that mess. And these places had it all. They were built in the 1920s at the height of the Prohibition, became a getaway for the Hollywood elite and the mob. There was a series of murders and suicides. It's just drinking and prostitution and gambling, and none of that all combined together ever has a good outcome. There's, talk of an underground tunnel, and after some research and history, they did prove that there had once possibly been a tunnel that has since caved in. It was just negative. I mean, when walk through, they talked to some people who had some negative experiences, and someone had been scratched and had an attachment, and they were getting these smells of sulfur, which are always kind of paired with negative or demonic activity. These places are huge, and so they split up for this lockdown. Billy and Aaron went to the Tudor house and did their investigation there, and Zach and Jay went to the Braken Fern Manor. So for our lockdown breakdown, we're going to start with Zach and Jay and the evidence that they collected at Braken Fern Manor. They got their first pieces of evidence with unexplained bangs, and then something kind of charged Zach. And it really took his breath away. He was really taken aback by it. He seen what he thought was a woman, who they assumed was Violet, who was a girl who committed suicide and or was murdered following her lover's murder at the hands of the mob. And so he uses the spirit box to try to make contact with her and doesn't get anything for a while, and then he goes into the bathroom and he gets hello, and then he continues to get some responses out of her in the bathroom, and then he sees a ball of light and it kind of just moves away and disappears. So they end up going to her room, where they bring out a couple of pieces of equipment. They use the SLS cam backed up with the REM pod. The REM pod is a device that allows electromagnetic energy to fill the air and allows spirits to manifest. And so the REM pod starts going off, and then Jay picks up a figure on the SLS cam that uses the Kinect technology, and there's a figure right by the REM pod. When Zach asks it to move away, the spirit moves away. It comes off camera, so it's no longer on the SLS camera, and the REM pod goes silent. And then it comes back, the REM pod continues to go off. So every time the figure appears, the REM pod goes off. That is detecting a spirit activity. That is detecting some sort of environmental change. And so they are assuming it is Violet. She seems to be attached to the guys. She seems to be able to talk to them and communicate with them. Although she's very scared, she is making contact with them. And it was really cool to witness and see. It was just kind of cray-cray. But not as cray-cray as what is going on over at the Tudor house with Billy and Aaron. These poor guys, though. So Billy and Aaron are probably the two most timid of the team. Jay and Zach kind of have that attitude, and so it takes a lot for them to get shaken up. Billy and Aaron, not so much. Billy and Aaron have kind of always been bait for whatever reason, just probably because they're the most easily scared. Aaron's grown and changed a lot over the course of his season run with Ghost Adventures. However, he still just gets overly excitable, and he's just really a target for negativity for whatever reason or another. So these two are over at the Tudor house alone, which I knew from the start that was going to be a grand idea. And they are getting responses on the Ovilus 5 that say malicious gateway, and this is while they're using the pilfer device. If you remember, the pilfer device is the device that had Billy all 7 shades is jacked up that day, and they were like, he was like mixing his words, and it just fills this energy. And he even said in this episode that he can't be too close to it because it just gives him a headache and it just kind of messes with him. And so they have the pilfer going to fill the air with energy, and then they're getting responses on the Ovilus. Then they go down to the basement where a housekeeper's son was scratched and then proceeded to have an attachment by some evil spirit. They get the smell of sulfur that they had smelled actually during walkthrough. And it smells like sulfur and rotten eggs. These are always associated usually with negative, dark, or demonic energy. As they are setting up the camera in the basement, or the cameras in the basement, they keep hearing this like psst, psst, like something's trying to get their attention, and they can't ever find it. But it gets their attention because you can hear it off on audio. It's not like an EVP, it is on audio. So it's captured a few times. And then they hear these really loud footsteps. And I mean really loud. Like someone is straight up above them. Like the floorboards are creaking. They're so loud. They're not faint. They're loud. They go up there. There's no one up there. They're completely locked in. They're completely alone. Then they hear a door slam. And again, the door didn't go anywhere. And there was nobody there. They then go back to the basement to try to find out what exactly is down there, because they kind of gotten interrupted with the footsteps, and so they went back to the basement. They used the Ovilus 5 again. Billy goes into a storage room that had not yet really been explored, and they get found malicious. Like, haha, you found me. And then Billy feels footsteps, like something charging him, and the footsteps, the pressure on the floorboards change with the footsteps. It was just crazy. Like, whatever is in these buildings that is malicious or negative in energy, they want to charge you. They want to scare you. They want to make sure that you know who they're there. While nobody was attacked or anything like that, Zach and Billy both got scared pretty good. These places are for sure haunted AF. I think with the Native American history, the history of the mob, the history of the dark murders, and just the dark history of, the things that go on behind closed doors. You never know. And so it was a really awesome episode. It scared the snot out of me. Like, I jumped a few times and I dropped a few, what the F's was that? I'm just really impressed. The guys have not disappointed at all so far with this season, and I know that only good things are yet to come. And so I'm so excited. I can't wait for next week. Just makes me so incredibly happy. But that is all I have for GA Recap Monday. I will be back on Wednesday for GAQA What Should I Do Wednesday, where I answer all of your Ghost Adventures and or general paranormal related questions that you guys ask me all up on the Facebook page. So go ahead and get those questions into me now, and I will get a list started so that I can answer those on Wednesday. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, have a great beginning of your week. I will see you guys Wednesday. Much love and happiness.